Hi, welcome to A4H Financial Coaching. My name is Jordan Mitchell. I am your finance coach. And I just want to say hello and welcome. This is an introductory video, and it's a new endeavor for me, so I'm very much looking forward to it. Before here, I was a teacher and an administrator. And I've worked to do that for 12 years, and I loved every minute of it, even the hard ones. And I was really blessed with some wonderful students and their families. So if you're a former student of mine, or you're a parent of a former student of mine, or even a grandparent of a former student of mine, just know that your families have really blessed mine. And I hope I've been a blessing to you, and I hope I continue to be a blessing in this new endeavor. As I said, a few months ago, the Lord really put it on my heart to, step away from the classroom and step away from the school building and enter into the world of personal finance. And in particular, becoming a financial coach. And a financial coach is just a coach in any other sense. It just really is someone who helps people get their finances in order and really allows them to excel in their finances. And that is what I desire for all of my clients, present and future. I worked in private schools for 12 years, so paychecks were always limited. But my wife and I, she worked a couple of jobs, I worked on the side, and we made it work, and we're still making it work. It's not easy, but I know that people can win with their money. And that's what I want. I want my clients to win with their money. So part of this video series, we'll do one a week, and part of it will just be kind of introducing myself today, as well as my process that I use. If you've heard of Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps, that's the process that I use to help people get into that financial piece, as well as just kind of tackling some other financial issues as I see them, and just say, hey, is this a good thing to do or not? And just give a little bit more information, because there's a lot of information out there, and not all of it's good. Some of it is really bad, and we just want to avoid that for people. So a little bit more, though, about the actual financial coaching aspect. I want you to think of, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, so we're going to use Frodo and Gandalf. Frodo's the hero, okay? It's his story. And your life is your story. You get to be the hero in your story, nobody else. However, if you ever pay attention to most movies, at the beginning of the movie, the hero doesn't seem very hero-like. They can't do it yet. There's something blocking them. There's something that they have to go and do or find, and just can't do it. So in Frodo's case, he gets this ring from Gandalf, and he has to go to Mount Doom and destroy it. Okay. Shire folk are like 4 foot tall. I got 2 kids that are taller than he is. He's got no fighting skills whatsoever. And there's really nothing about him that would say, hey, he can go do this. And yet, through the encouragement and the support of a guide, Gandalf, that's me, Frodo's able to do some amazing things that in the first book or movie, depending on which ones you watched or read, that he never would have been able to do without Gandalf at his side. So, Frodo's mission is to go destroy this ring into Mount Doom. Well, what's our mission as a financial coach and as a financial client? Well, we got to figure out, what is the ring in your life, in your financial life? Is it uncontrolled spending? Is it not being able to budget? Are you 22 and you just got out of college and you got $100K in student loans? Or is it just kind of life seems like you just can't get ahead no matter what you do financially? It always seems like you take 2 steps forward and you take 3 steps back, and then you just keep trying, you just seem like you can't get out of that hole. So as a financial coach, I have 3 things that I do. The first thing is I hear your story. Okay, I'm not a perfect financial person. I have made some really dumb financial decisions. You can see my first car. I bought, $2,000, $2,500 worth of street glow, neon for the inside, graphics for the side of it, new headlights that look cool, new tail light, all this stuff. And then that car got T-boned, and that was a waste of $2,500. And I've made plenty of other mistakes, and maybe one day we'll do a video on all the big mistakes I've made financially. But regardless of your situation, I'm going to get to know you. I'm going to get to know your situation, because everyone's situation is different. Some of this financial issues are stuff that we control, that they're just behaviors of our own that we can fix, and some of them, maybe we inherited into like a generational poverty sort of thing. So I want to get to know you, and I want to get to know your story, because once I do that, then I can provide the facts, right? And that's the best part of a coach. The coach just cuts through all the other stuff and says, okay, well, here's our plan. Here's what we got to work on. And then not only do they do that, your coach doesn't say, hey, run this play, and then go sits down for 15 minutes while you run it, and then come back and say, okay, let's do a different play. No, he's there. He's watching. He's making corrections. He's tweaking. He's seeing how his team is doing. And that's just, again, as a financial coach, that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be taking a look. Okay, what decisions are you making? Because ultimately, I'm trying to get myself out of business. I'll get to the point where you don't need me anymore, and I would love that. I think that's the term success as a coach, is when the person that you're coaching doesn't need you anymore. So that's the goal. The last thing is to inject hope. Guys, I drive a 15-passenger van. When I go to the gas station and it's 110, 120, a couple months ago it was 150 because it was the $5 a gallon. I know what it feels like. You go to, I went to Aldi, okay? And Aldi, if you don't have an Aldi near you, Aldi is the best because it's got cheap food because you have to get your own card and a few other things. I spent like $250 at Aldi. $250. I used to be able to walk out of Aldi for like 120 and have a good amount of groceries. Like, you went to Aldi to feel like you weren't losing an arm and a leg, and now even Aldi is like arm, leg, and other arm and other leg. Barely can make it home. So I understand those pains, but I'm there to inject hope. So regardless of what situation you're in, whether you're trying to afford your first car, maybe you're trying to get into home ownership, maybe you're 3 or 4 years away from wanting to retire and you don't have money saved for retirement, it doesn't matter the situation, because I'm there to inject hope. And if we follow that plan and you get me in as your coach, we're going to hit those goals. We are going to hit those goals. And that is something that we can buy into and have hope with. So just to finish up, the Lord is, every time He's pushed me in a certain direction, He's always provided. So I'm very blessed. I just ask, if you're a person of faith, please pray for me in this endeavor that, whoever the Lord needs me to help, I'm there to help. And just a couple of last things that I want to go over. First, I know that talking about finances is very personal, right? We do not, as a society, typically talk about finances. We let people see our house. We let people see our cars. There's outward signs of our finances, but we rarely just sit down and have a conversation with somebody outside of our spouse or immediate family about our finances. So that can be scary. But the 3 things to remember from this video is that, 1, there will be no condemnation at all. I am not here to tell you that you did something stupid. Okay? Now, if you want to say that about yourself, I'm going to say don't. You did something. Was it wise? Maybe, maybe not. But we're not going to have this, we're not going to destroy our own inner self-worth because we made a mistake with money. Okay? No condemnation, no guilt, no shame. You could look at me and say, hey, I have wasted the first 30 years of my income on going to Costco and buying all those 8K TVs that they have right at the start. I got 18 8K TVs. I got $100,000 worth of TVs in my house. Okay. Well, what can we do to move forward? What can we do now to inject hope into that financial situation? What can we do to get you to meet your financial goals? And that is what I love about being a financial coach. We don't drive cars with the rear view mirror. We drive through the windshield. And that's what we're going to do. We're not going to focus on the past. We're going to learn from it, but we're going to keep going. We're going to inject hope, and we're going to keep our eyes on the future, because with me as your financial coach, those are the goals we're going to hit. So again, thank you for taking the time. 9 minutes, for an intro video. I should just plan on 10 minutes for every video, because I am a teacher and I do love to talk. As anyone who's been in one of my classes can tell you, I have a few stories. So I'm sure those will come out in a future video. So just want to say again, thank you for being here. Looking forward to starting this thing off. And if you're interested in learning more about, financial coaching, how do you sign up? Feel free to send me a message. If you have my cell phone number, feel free. The business number is located on the group page. And just get a hold of me, and we'll start that conversation. So thanks so much. God bless.